So you can actually touch this hair and touch your iron without burning yourself. So however you use your wand, you can do it this way. But you can actually lay your finger on it.
So it'll take 2 weeks of doing that, like touching it.
Anyhow, I developed something based on my work as a stylist to protect you all from cutting or burning your fingers. And my product's called Snip Shield. And I'm also going to show you a new product that's on the market called Heat Shield. So I will show you how to work with these. And we all burn and cut our fingers. Come on, you know, even after 39 years of cutting hair, while you're working with your customers, you're snipping away, you're doing all your work, and you're talking. And that's what happens. Fingers get burned. Product that's going to help you as a guide to be able to work more efficiently, faster, and to protect your fingers and to protect your client, because nobody wants to bleed in their client's hair, right? How many of you cut or burn your fingers? How many have cut or burned your fingers? How many of you have worn a Band-Aid and cut that Band-Aid off? How many of you have not been able to work because you have such a bad cut and because it's wet and you keep recutting and re-injuring the same injury? How many will lose days at work for having stitches due to cuts or burns? How many have been at the emergency room? And I may need you up here to work with me. Hairdressers lose a lot of work days and a lot of income based on burns, because if you do burn your finger or you do cut your finger, it's very hard when you're washing hair or you're using chemicals it's easy to re-injure that same injury. This is a thumb and a finger and an index finger. These little sleeves will go on the opposite hand that you're holding the tool. I'm left-handed, so I'm going to wear these on my right hand. I'm going to put the finger, they're marked, and they're waterproof, and they're cut-proof, and they're burn-proof. So what's great about these is they're not connected. I've seen some that are connected, and they're really hard to work with. And I've seen Teflon, and they're hard to work with. These can hold up to about 450 degrees. The idea behind these are for protection. Nothing is 100% cut-proof, nothing's 100% burn-proof, unless you're using some kind of Kevlar, which is a material that they use. So you can put them on any finger. Put them on this finger. If you like to use these two fingers for flat ironing, you can put them on any finger that can be, you know, right, left hand. And that's the other great thing. Some of these sleeves that you buy, the gloves, have you ever seen what happens to the gloves? They stretch out, they're too long. You can wash them, but they don't retain their shape. These will never change the shape. The other thing that's great about them, being heat-proof, waterproof, you can sanitize them, reuse them, and they just are, it's just such a great product. I've actually used them in the kitchen. I have a pair in my kitchen, so when I'm cutting, I don't, you know, or I'm chopping, I don't catch my knuckle. Medium, large. I want you to touch the iron, yeah, follow through.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Right?
Yeah, and usually I'm there with the comb like this.
Right, and what happens is, you know, the comb, it's great to follow through with the comb, yeah, you put the comb down, right? Okay, the only other thing is, as I'm saying it closes the cuticle. The fabric has a property in it that actually helps to close the cuticle. It's got a spandex covering. So you've got the neoprene, but I've got an overlay, so it actually has a antibacterial property in it, so you can throw them in a sanitizer. They don't change color. They don't break down. And again, so they're marked. So what you want to do is you put the long side on the underneath part, because what you want to do is you want to protect this part of your finger, right? Pull it up over your knuckle. Thank you.
Did you say you can put them in quads?
Say again?
Can you put them in quads?
Yes, you can. I throw them in the washer. I throw them in alcohol. I've tried it. before I made them, I tested the fabrics because there's a lot of different properties in fabrics that break down. What do you think? Now you want to try it without?
Oh, I do it without. I had callus on my hands.
Ah, right. Pretty soon you'll burn off your fingerprints.
Yeah. Who needs those?
Wands usually don't have anything at the end to hold. A lot of the curling irons have a way, they have like a little plastic tip that you can help work with, but the wands don't usually have any way to hold the end. So this is where this product really works. I hope that's high enough. Okay, it's only at 200. But you see that I can hold this, right? I mean, does anybody want to touch it as it is? Okay. Go ahead and touch, not this finger, these fingers. There you go. See? You could hold it. There you go. And just slide it out. Feels like she has a lot of product in her hair. There you go. See? You got to the end. So.